Well, I'm here with LSU men's basketball star Darius Days. After a stellar senior season averaging 14 points and 8 rebounds, I'm sure your attention points towards the NBA draft now, right?
For sure.
So just describe your time at LSU now and just your college career as a whole.
My college career was great. I can't complain. It was very solid. A lot of winning. From my freshman year to my junior year, was the most winningest program in the SEC. So we was doing something right. So.
For sure. Describe how impactful Coach Will Wade was during your time at LSU, and just describe him overall as a coach.
He's a great coach. Even though he had a couple off the court situations. In practice, he was always hard on me. He was always telling me, be the player that I am, play hard, and just do what I'm supposed to do at all times. He was, like most coaches, he's kind of crazy, but he likes to win. So like everything he do it from the heart. So. And
he's passionate. He looked for that a lot in his players and his fans. One thing that stuck out with me with Will Wade is he said, if the fans don't care, then you got a problem. So when they're booing or just giving you any insight on the game, it's really a good thing.
Definitely, for sure. Balcony Bengals helped us out a lot. With the white powder to go ahead. I really love those guys, and they always come through for us at all times.
Is there any specific memory that sticks out when looking back at your career at LSU?
I say it's a couple. I probably got a top 5.
Let's hear 'em.
My freshman year, we played at Mizzou. We was down by like 10 with like 2 minutes to go. We came back and got to go to overtime. We won by 8 in overtime. That's one. Winning the SEC championship, regular season championship at LSU against Vandy. I had 15 points for sure. I played 14 minutes a game my freshman year. So like, then Tremont had a concussion. Nas wasn't playing. So it was just like, some of the guys off the bench just getting a lot of playing time. So we won that game. Confetti drop. We got our rings like a couple weeks after that. Like a couple months after that. Then that's 2. What else? Sweet 16 for sure. Or the round of 32 my freshman year when we played against Maryland. And Tremont hit off like the game-winning layup. That was pretty cool. That was 3. My senior night game, my senior day game, I had 24 points. And definitely my the first game of the season of my senior year when I had 30 points. That was very memorable. So those are my top 5.
The career high, of course. Sure. This year's team, how have they reminded you of the Sweet 16 team from 2019?
I wouldn't say they kind of remind me of the Sweet 16 team. It was just like, the team is built completely different. With that team, you had me and Emmett come off the bench and Javante coming off the bench. So, like, I feel like there's not too many teams that can, like, have no fall off like that from, like, the starters to the bench players. Because, I feel like when me and Emmett come off the bench my freshman year, it was just like a lot more energy than Cavell and Nas. It was way more energy, rebounding the ball, just, playing for each other and wanting to win more than anything and not worried about stats. So, and then this year's teams were more connected on the defensive end. Since I've been here, we've been more of an offensive-minded team. So, I don't know. They're completely 2 different teams.
Yeah, Will Wade does like that strategy with explosiveness coming off the bench. He did that a lot with Tari Eason this year.
Definitely. I feel like, Tari could have started, but it was some things that, had to – sometimes he'd get a little in foul trouble at times, so it was probably best for him to come off the bench. So, he helped us out a lot this year. I'm glad he came.
He definitely had great skills to add to the team. But you're a great leader. It's no secret the team turned to you in rough patches. Describe what it was like the past couple weeks as a leader on your team undergoing a coaching change.
Even though everybody know about the situation with Coach Wade, him being fired, and we had to go to the tournament, with a different coach. Just leading by example, just doing everything I'm supposed to do, on the court and off the court, and just having somebody to look up to for the other guys. And even though we had like a lot of young guys this year, it was very different. I wasn't used to it. I'm used to having Javante with me. I'm used to having Trenton with me, and like even though we had Cam, he played like a seasoned vet. So it's just a different experience. And
I'm assuming a player meeting was held immediately after. What was just the morale like? How do you control? How do you uplift your guys and head strong in the march after that?
It was very crazy. We lost that. That Saturday to Arkansas. No, we lost that Friday to Arkansas. Came back that Saturday, and we got off the plane. Then we get to the bus, and coach is talking to us, and like, we're gonna have like meetings tomorrow to go over everything that's really going on. And then 10 minutes after that, we get a phone call or a text message that everybody come to the gym, and then we had the conversation with with compliance and the administration. and they just said, we're parting ways with Coach Wade. Everybody was hurt. Some of the guys were crying. I mean, Coach Wade really the main reason everybody came here. So it was difficult at times. Then I'm his first recruiting class at LSU, so I mean it kind of took a toll on me a little bit. But at the same time, I've been playing basketball my whole year, and not playing for the same coach my whole life. So it is what it is at this point. We love him. I mean, we would love if he they reach out again and rehire him. But you know how that is. I don't think they're gonna do that. So
right. We spoke about the balcony Bengals earlier. How did the fan engagement this year play a big role in key wins at home?
Just them bringing the energy. They're everything they did at the beginning of the games, where the newspapers or the other teams coming out and they're saying you suck. They just bring just a lot of energy, and we just love them. And I wish they continue to do that for years to come, or they just pass the torch to different kids year in and year out. So they got to keep that tradition going.
It's a great idea, and especially with the GOAT man and the
for
identity,
sure.
it's so unique and captivating.
Right.
I mean, they got cameras around them throughout the entire game. They definitely seem to be doing something great. What made you decide to return to LSU for your senior year?
That's a good question. Basically just show the NBA teams that I can do more than shoot the ball and rebound the ball. I feel like I showed my pretty good leadership skills out this year. I showed off that I can put the ball on the floor more, score more ways from the post, mid-post, mid-range three, create for myself off the bounce. Just little things I could critique about my game. And have a better draft stock than I had last year. I was probably the fourth option last year. I got the job done, but I just need to show more things on my resume.
And this year you did come out one of our best shooters. In this situation, finding a bright side to everything. At least this situation is going to give you that platform to show your leadership skills. And you went out there, still performed great, still got your double-double. Right. You still did what you had to do. So individually, from an NBA team, from the outside looking in, they're definitely impressed. As a young hooper, though, who did you look up to?
Young hooper. I'm more of a Carmelo Anthony fan. That's probably one of my favorites. Tim Duncan as well. I feel like more Tim Duncan because he's even kill. You get what you get. He's going to rebound. He's going to lead. He's going to always do the right thing. He don't do things off the court. He doesn't do much. And then Carmelo, I like the way he plays mid post, no dribbles, low post, shoot the three ball very well. I just really enjoy watching both play, and I like Draymond Green as well. That's my basically my player comparison as well from NBA teams, and actually PJ Tucker as well. So those are I feel like my player comparisons.
Definitely Draymond Green. You reminded me of for sure your ability to shoot the ball and rebound the ball and be such a catalyst on defense. 3-and-D is definitely something that's needed in the NBA today, and I think you're going to captivate a lot of teams' attention after the season you put up. Has there been any NBA players reaching out to train or just give advice to a young star like yourself?
My best friend is Nas Reed, he reach out all the time. We talk all the time. He just tell me what things I can do better on the low post, shooting the ball better, taking more shots, or just doing things to, put myself in the best position to, be seen. So him, Javante as well. I still stay in touch with Cam, Skylar as well. So, I'm cool with all the guys. They just tell me some things to do I can do better. So, I'm trying to get where they at. So
of course. It's good to surround yourself with people that are doing better than you so you can learn from them and have them as your inspiration. Speaking of that, Cam, how is it to see him perform like this in the NBA?
It's nothing new. If y'all see him in practice last year, you just be like, that's just Cam being Cam. I remember one time we were in practice and Cam caught the ball around the logo. He jabbed me and shot the three in my face. And I just turned around and said, that's not going in. I just turned around, I just heard the net just swish, and I was just like, yeah, he's a pro. You can't, it's just some things you see him do in practice and you're just like, wow, he's really doing this at 18, 19. It was just like eye-opener for me. He's really nice. He's a good kid as well.
And the iron's definitely sharpening the iron in this situation. So he definitely paid a. So what would you tell a young recruit who's considering the LSU program? What have they done for you as a player, and just how important has everyone in the LSU network been for you?
Having Coach Wade around, he's a great coach. I feel like if anybody asks me anything about Coach Wade, he's a great coach. anybody else might have, something else to say about him, but, I love him, even the whole coaching staff. So it was just a lot of stuff going on, but, he's committed to the game. He spends countless hours in the gym, working on game plans, working on practice. He's very committed. And so, playing up under him, like, you're going to work and, there's going to be some long days, but, you come here to win. And, you can't win sitting on your behind. So, like, of course you got to do something.
Got to put the work in all the time. Speaking of putting the work in, Kim Mulkey coming down to the LSU women's team, changing it around. She had the quickest turnaround for an SEC program as a first-year SEC coach. How has it been, playing alongside them? We're just kind of witnessing this turnaround.
Good question. She was going to win regardless, just off her name in general. She's a great coach. One of my friends, Hannah Gus, is on the team, so like, she gives me an insight of everything they do. Not necessarily everything, but like mostly what's going on. Like, they practice hard, they play hard, and some things I don't agree with, but like the mid-range shot, like sometimes Cherry, she shoots the mid-range shot, just take a step back and just shoot the three, but that's the way they win. So good luck to them, and then they bring in the SEC, not the SEC, the NCAA tournament down here, and they're winning, and that's all that really matters is winning at this point. Great
comeback victory too. That Jackson State game was rough.
It was insane.
Jackson State was on the verge of getting their first tournament win, the SWAC conference's tournament win, and that would have also been the first time a 3 seed would have fell to an 11 seed in the first women's tournament. So they had all kind of history looming around that game. An electric environment definitely played a role, like we were referring to earlier. Tonight they play again Ohio State. But just, has Kim Mulkey ever reached out to you to give you any advice? I know she's a real successful head coach, multiple national titles as a player and a coach.
She never really reached out to me. She just, I'll see around, hey, coach, how you doing? We're just going to keep it pushing. But, she's a great coach. I wouldn't mind having a conversation with her, just pick her brain about some things or what's really going on, like how she had her success and everything. So, I mean, you never know. Before I leave, we might talk or, might grab a bite to eat or something like that, but we never really had like a sit down conversation or like a conversation throughout like the gym or something. So
right, that's another one of those people, those inspirational people you put above you. She really, I mean, she was inducted by Michael Jordan into the Basketball Hall of Fame, so I mean, that's so impressive.
If you get that from Michael Jordan, you definitely get the nod anywhere else. So like, that's big. Coming from Michael Jordan, like that's the greatest player ever played basketball. So like,
and I'm glad you said that. I wanted to talk about that debate, the Michael Jordan, LeBron, this whole greatest player of all time debate. What's your take on that? How do you feel about it?
LeBron. I've never really been a big LeBron fan, so I mean, I'm not even gonna be biased either. So like, it's just some things you got to bring to the table other than like, he's second in scoring, he's like top 10 in rebounding, he's top 10 in assists, but it's just like that mental aspect of the game. Like if you give, I'll say 10 times out of 10, Michael Jordan is taking the last shot. I'll say 5 or 6 out of 10, LeBron is passing. So like it's just like that like he say that killer instinct. Kobe's taking every shot. So like I don't know. It's a weird situation with that, but like like I feel like LeBron couldn't play in that era, and I feel like in this era it's kind of too soft for Jordan. But you never know, because I feel like now you can't even touch people. Like you touch Bron on his elbow or something, it's a foul. Like the other day, I was watching something on Instagram on the way here. It was like LeBron was coming down court full speed. He hit Pascal Siakam with an elbow, and they called a foul on Pitt. I was like, he didn't even touch him. LeBron hit him with the elbow, and they called a foul on him. And I was just like, anytime somebody touched LeBron, it's like a foul. So I'm like, it is what it is. But I don't like getting into that argument because I'm a Carmelo fan. Anytime somebody argues with me about Carmelo, I'm biased from jump. So I'm a Carmelo fan.
The officiating too has kind of been rocky in college basketball. They had a situation last night with Arizona and TCU where some people argue TCU would have been able to win the game with a couple different calls. What's your opinion on just officiating as a whole and how they have the platform now to kind of change a whole game?
Definitely have the platform to change the whole game because we experienced that this year a couple times from the Arkansas game at Arkansas. It was 9.5 seconds left, and JD Notae traveled, and they didn't call the travel, and they called a foul and won, and he hit 2 free throws, and they won 76-77 against us at Arkansas. So it's been a couple games where it's like you changing the outcome of the game, but like we were a very aggressive team. And we was always in foul trouble because, we couldn't keep our hands off people. So, I don't know. It's a very interesting situation with the officiating.
Has there been anyone reaching out yet in terms of the NBA Combine or an NBA draft yet? Do you have any workouts coming ahead?
It's a little too early to be, everybody's still playing. So, like, probably after the season, probably like April 8th, the championship game in New Orleans, April 8th. So, after that, that's probably when stuff started going out, a couple weeks after that. Then it's the playoffs for the NBA and everything, so you never know.
Right. With the playoffs or the NCAA Final Four coming to New Orleans, will you be going down there to see it, scope it out?
For sure. It's I'm gonna probably be in a 3-point competition for it's like a little. They haven't hosted an event down there, so I'm gonna go down there and participate in the 3-point competition.
What day?
I don't know yet. I gotta get all the information first.
Okay. Do you have any more projects, like an NIL project coming forward, or just anything else you'd like to announce to the fans?
I was supposed to do like a Reebok NIL deal. Well, I did, but like I have to post everything and everything. So, I got the game coin, the Cars and Culture thing going on. Go get your your Darius Days shirts at Cars and Culture in my bio, Darius Days __. Other than that, that's about it.
And just one more thing before we wrap these things up. How was the mindset coming up as a star athlete? How did you get to where you were, where you are now?
A lot of hard work for sure. I've always been mostly overlooked because my game doesn't fit like the eye of an average teen or average kid. I'm not a flashy player. I'm going to jump in the crowd and get loose balls. I'm going to dive on the floor. I'm not one to have a mixtape and have like killer crossovers and shooting the ball from half court and all that. I'm just going to do the little things, score around the basket, shoot open threes, rebound, get putbacks, and just do my job to the best of my ability. So I feel like that's where it got me today.
Of course, because that's a blessing in disguise. A lot of people do want to be flashy and do want to do the extra stuff, and you really stand out when you just stick fundamentally, like a Tim Duncan or...
Sure. That's why I feel like, I'm going to have a lot of success in my future career because, I'm not a flashy player. I don't ask for much. I don't do much. And I just want to get the job done and win. And so other than that, that's why I feel like I'm a great piece for, Golden State. So, shout out to Golden State. But I'm not biased. It doesn't matter where I end up. I'm going to still do my job.
Of course. Well, Darius Days, it was nice sitting down with you. I appreciate it, and good luck going on in the future, man.
Thank y'all.